Transmitting to you from Old Heart Radio.
I wonder if I'm old when I'm old. Will this become old for radio? I'm thinking too heavy to that. Yes, it's another episode of Coffee and Contemplation. Yes, you heard right. It starts with a loud noise and it fades away into the horrible oblivion that is the internet after I post it. That's right. You know, welcome. I hope that made you feel welcome. That's the Cash Money sound. Mainly because, a quick reminder, you know, homie don't make no money off of this. Do I sound bitter about it? Maybe talk to Oatly, all right? Nah, but for real though, I did kind of like stop pursuing the Oatly thing after a while, mainly because my older brother, his name's Caleb, he's actually, him and a friend are pioneering and pushing forward. They're starting their own oat milk company based out of the Denver area in Colorado. It's going to be called With Oat. They're focused on sustainability and just, you know, pushing oat milk more into the marketplace and making it a more sustainable and accessible product for people. I think it's fucking awesome. So I'll definitely be plugging that more along the way. So we'll check in with them. Hopefully I can get some samples and I can talk about it on this show. In the meantime, lots to catch up on, lots to talk about. Obviously, I was in outer space for a while, not recording episodes of Coffee and Contemplation. Whoa. But, I'm here now. Life, man. Life is always crazy. Back in school again. My little baby Bowie boy just turned 1 year old, so he's one step closer to not being a puppy, although he'll be a forever puppy in my mind. Crazy amounts of cool content coming out, but I'm going to talk about that with Lucas on this week's episode of Matinee Edition. But it's been wild, man. I feel like time has just been flying by for the last month or so, which made me want to actually hop on and reflect on some of these, very exciting continued UFO reports. That's right, friends. It has been like big year or so, year and some change, I'd say, for people that believe in aliens, man. Like, the government has been slowly kind of like they're really slowly embracing the fact that they're unknown flying objects. I can't remember what they use, what term it is right off the top of my head nowadays, but it's no longer UFO. I can't remember. Anyway, they don't call them UFOs in their official statements, which is kind of funny, but they keep like acknowledging the existence of it. Obviously, the big breakthroughs were those Navy pilot videos. I've talked about them, but they've continued to sort of acknowledge, unidentified objects. And so I wanted to look back. I hopped on, the National UFO Reporting Center. It's at nuforc.org. There's a registered, dedicated website to being a database for UFO reports all over the United States. And so I just look back. There's over 100 in March alone, right? Like, this stuff's not just like, it doesn't just like come and go. It happens all the fucking time. So I'm just flipping through it and trying to figure out a lot of them. Looking through, a lot of them are like, it's no longer discs, man. Discs are no longer in vogue when it comes to UFO reports. It's all about glowing orbs. Some people, there's multiple reports, like the first one right on the list here that I see, from Southampton, New Jersey, a ball of white light moved across the sky. There's one from there's one from Largo, Florida, very bright orb seen exiting cloud. Summerfield, North Carolina, glowing green orb that split into two spheres that then moved away from each other in opposite directions. That'd be fucking trippy. I have also been one to look up in the sky and see things moving around, at various times. Sometimes it's hard to tell if it's under influences of other things. I will admit that, but sometimes you're of your own volition, and you're sober as fuck, and you're just looking up at the sky, enjoying the night, and you see something move a little bit weird. And you're like, what the fuck was that? Holy shit, dude. No joke. There's a report, there's a UFO report from Wenatchee, Washington. That's my hometown. Shout-outs to anybody listening who believes in UFO reports. Get on Instagram, follow us at Old Heart Radio, okay? There you go. Shout-outs to all you hot dogs listening, though, straight up. Like, I don't know how, who, why, when, whatever made you discover or listen to this damn filthy podcast, but you're welcome to be here. Thank you. I'm so bad at shout out. Anyway, yeah, that's so fucking cool. I didn't even realize that till just now. Wenatchee, Washington, on March 26th of this year. It says, the report briefly says, I was heading northbound on White Trails Road between Quincy, Washington and Wenatchee, Washington. On my way to Wenatchee, Washington, I was a couple miles south of, and that's all it says. Oh, it classifies it as a sphere. See, the spheres are in vogue. That's wild, man. That's cool. There's another one from Moses Lake, Washington. It says, it's really hard to explain, ... Other than at first sight, it would be a meteorite, but only after a second, I couldn't understand it. Okay. Well, I'll say this. People from Washington need to be better about reporting their fucking UFO sightings. I don't know. What did you see? It just says you saw something that could have been a meteorite. So, what? You don't think it's a... Anyway. But like I said, there's lots of this Squim, Washington, UFO fleet! ! Holy shit. Yeah, Washington is a hotbed of UFO sightings. Kind of interesting. Here's another 4 glowing red balls traveling east to west. Bright. That one's from Chaska, Minnesota. Shouts to my Minnesotans. Brunswick, Georgia. Round object, bright amber color, moving silently at high speeds with fluid-like motions. And those are the kinds of things, like in those official government videos. The objects that are moving are kind of spherical, and you don't really have much of a shape, and they're moving in ways that don't make sense to the fighter pilots that are flying towards them or around them. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, another one from Levant, Maine? I'm gonna say Maine. Several amber spheres hovering silently. Also, if you can't tell, I really enjoy playing with these new microphones. 3 orange fireball shapes floating over Picacho, Arizona. Fireball shapes. I'm assuming that's spherical. I've never seen a fireball in person. Islesboro, Maine. Round white ball hovering over water, it seems like. Ooh, Redmond, Washington. A yellow sphere was sighted above Lake Sammamish in King County. Its size pulsated somewhat in classic UFO form, apparently. I don't know what classic UFO form is, but that would be interesting to see, specifically like a shape kind of pulsating, yeah, I mean, like, you know, I don't know if I've ever had an experience that I would fully classify as alien, but, you know, seeing things, you can see some shit. Let's see. Long cylinders of lights dangling over eastern Washington. Oh, some of these are definitely like the Starlink satellite reports, probably as well. I bet they kind of got. I bet the national reporting site here got flooded with a bit of that. Yeah, dude. But like, there's like I said, there's over 100, like 191 or something like that, and like, I mean, most of them are just. Ooh, here's like a classic X-Files like one. Winthrop, Massachusetts. Large triangular craft, fixed white lights, slow moving with white haze and mist around it. Traveling at an altitude of 4,000 feet. that like, I don't know. Maybe I can blame the X-Files for really getting me into UFOs, but that reminds me of an X-Files episode. Yeah, there's tons. Like I said, lots of. Oh, hello, Bowie. Bowie's back in the studio. Lots of round balls. Lots of lights. Stop biting me, man. Jesus, the dog's attacking me. Get off of me, you dirty fucker. One photo has possibly 2 hovering UFOs above the city in Orlando, Florida. Ah, you dirt rotten bastard! Quit biting at me. I'm fighting my dog while recording this podcast. All right, let's see. This one's straight from my apartment from some dickhead. It says it started on February 27th, 2021. Fireballs coming from bright blue egg-shaped spheres. And this has been going on every night since, apparently, to that unlucky motherfucker. Let's see. Salmon arm. This is technically from British Columbia. Orb of light flashing green, red, and blue. They said they looked through a telescope and it seemed to be spinning and kept moving in and out of... Get off! You wanna fight me, man? You wanna fight me? I'll fight you right now on this podcast, goddammit! Okay, well, UFOs abound. I bet we'll see even more reports for the month of April, because, you know, March can't be the only fucking crazy month for UFO reports. Anyway, lots of crazy shit going on as always. I'm trying to fight my dog. Go out there, use your brains for good. Why? Because every day is a good day to ripen up your coconut. And if you don't believe me, well then, suck a dick. Just keep your stick on the ice.